It's the Joe Show.
It's Joe with me, Joe. It's time to go window wandering. It's Wednesday, which means I open up windows around the world and we look out into them. And then I read news headlines. It pretty much is just you hanging out with me for the next 20 minutes. We're just gonna hang out together and chat. It's like we're friends, but virtually hanging out because of COVID and other reasons. Let's open up the first window and see where we get, and then read the first headline, and then we're just off to the races, baby! This first window is over in Hamburg, Germany. Make this full screen. Despina's window over in Hamburg, Germany, my neighbor. Hamburg, actually an awesome city. And also, if you can hear the sirens outside, it's because my windows are open because it's a lovely day and we're going to have the windows open, my friends. We're just going to have the windows rocking, the sirens, and maybe even some people speaking in German as they walk by. Who knows? Regardless, Hamburg, Germany is great because it is kind of like I'm not going to say it's the Broadway of Germany, but they have a lot of musicals over in Hamburg. They have a whole theater district. I haven't got a chance to go to any of the musicals, but I like musicals, man. Maybe I don't look like it, but I love musicals. I don't like singing personally, but I'll listen to a musical, especially a good one, you know? If it's real good, I'm into it. But if it's not real good, then I don't want to see. I'm just open to entertainment, just good entertainment, you know? But this window is pretty good. Honestly, it looks like somebody just set up a tripod outside somewhere and then just said, hey, this is a window. It's not giving me a window vibe, minus on the right-hand side of the screen, you can kind of see a reflection going on in the window, so you know this is actually looking out of a window. But we got a fence here that's got overrun by some vines. We've got other windows, and, you know, there's also a wheel right there. I don't know what the wheel's doing or what the purpose of the wheel is. It might even be a door. Could be the entry to a door. Who knows? Maybe somebody will walk into this window. We'll find out. But let's grab our first headline. Samsung is developing a transparent smartphone. I think I talked about this on another window wandering episode at some point, but Samsung developing a transparent smartphone. Samsung submitted a patent for a transparent smartphone in January. LG has patented similar technology, and Xiaomi recently released a see-through TV, which I featured on, I think, 2 weeks ago's episode. So the technology exists already, is what we're saying here. These types of displays feature low power consumption, high brightness, and fast response times. We can see the Samsung transparent phone here. I think they were the first ones to release the phone that had the screen all the way around to the edges, like right up to the edge of the phone. We do have a picture here of the transparent phone. It doesn't look very transparent to me, but I see what they're getting at here. I think this is a slideshow, is it? Yeah, okay, so here we go. Maybe you can see it. It'll cycle through a couple images here. You can kind of see it in one or two of it that it might be a little transparent. I don't know what's going on the screen. Oh, maybe it was just their mock-up. Let's try that again. Go backwards. Maybe it will be static, maybe not. And here we go. You can kind of see it on there. The transparentness of Samsung's thing. I don't know. It's pretty cool. It seems gimmicky to me, though. It's not really bringing any added value to the phone, so meh. But if you want a transparent phone, it's coming out from Samsung soon. The LG Wing, moving on to a news story. The LG Wing, which is another phone, could have a surprisingly thin flip-around screen. The LG Wing is a dual-screen device with a swiveling mechanism. Early images and videos show that the Wing has a triple camera setup, will come in 2 colors, and have 5G support. The rotating screen appears to be quite thin. They're going to launch on September 14th, so right around the corner. An 8-second video is available in the article. Perhaps I'll link it below as the ambulance comes to save somebody from a heart attack. Or, I don't know, stop a crime. Who knows what the hell they're doing. Here's the video. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like it's a screen that swivels. We've had cameras like this, or phones like this before. So again, nothing super new here. But yeah, that's the what's going on with the LG Wing. You know, it really reminds me of a Razr. I don't know if you guys remember the Razr phones. I don't even know who watches this, if you're in the age of a millennial or Gen Z or somebody below that. But the LG Razr, I think it was LG, was a super popular phone back in the day, or Motorola. It was a Motorola Razr, super popular phone back in the day, and it was the first flip phone that was like thin and futuristic looking, and this reminds me kind of like that, where it's just this new gimmicky technology. Again, with the gimmicky technology, I guess they're really pushing these dual screen phones though. I've seen a lot of reports on dual screen phones, ones that fold, ones that flip, and now a see-through one that's not dual screen but just see-through. So phone technology is moving on as 5G progresses here. I'm more interested in actually the one thing that the see-through phone could do that the other ones cannot is some pretty cool AR stuff. So you could hold up your phone and have the camera open and see through it. I guess you could just do that with a normal camera though, if you're just showing the camera image on the screen. Maybe they can think of some cool AR stuff. I don't know. We'll move on. Actually, let's grab a new window and grab some other headlines. We've got Madame Estate Sint Maartin. I don't know where this is, but it's a view of a shipping yard or maybe a slum. I'm not really positive. It looks like there's some shipping. There are some shipping containers here. A lot of people walking around. A lot of motorbikes. Might be a rainy day over in Sint Maartin. I feel like it's got to be an island, right? Like this has to be an island. It's got an island vibe, though it doesn't look like an island today because it's overcast. A lot of cars, actually. Surprisingly, this is a busy intersection. I also like that they're using the side of one of those shipping containers as a billboard. They're like, yeah, screw it. This is a big enough, wide enough area. Let's just throw up a wine advertisement on it. Mighty mice stay muscle-bound in space, boon for astronauts is this next headline. Let's try that again. Mighty mice stay muscle-bound in space, boon for astronauts. So why that's important is generally when astronauts go up into space, they experience muscle atrophy because they're not really using their muscles and floating around in gravity and zero gravity like they would down on Earth. There's no gravity generator on a space station, so they're kind of in free float, and thus their muscles aren't being used like normal. They do, I believe, use some band workouts and some other stuff to stay in shape, but they still experience muscle atrophy where their muscles atrophy. They kind of eat themselves and they go away because the body still needs protein. There's a protein storage in muscles, and so your body is using your muscle protein to keep you going, and thus your muscles atrophy or disappear. You could just say they disappear. So what's going on with these mice? 40 mice have returned to Earth after a month-long stay at the International Space Station. Vacation! Mice vacation! I wonder if they had cheese up there for the mice. Do you think they had cheese? Definitely no mice traps. Doubt there was any mouse traps. But 8 of the mice were genetically engineered to grow more muscle. Hulk up! Ooh, ooh, ooh. Give me that cheese, bro! I need that whey protein! That's my mouse voice. That's my muscle mouse voice. The 24 regular untreated mice lost a considerable muscle and bone mass as expected. 8 of the normal mice received the Mighty Mouse treatment while in space, and these mice returned with dramatically bigger muscles. The findings could potentially lead to preventative treatments for muscle and bone loss in astronauts during prolonged space trips, or if we ever get commercial space flights to places like Mars, could also add not value, but prevent this in the general population traveling up to Mars, if that's ever a thing in our lifetime. Maybe they could also apply, looks like it started raining over here in Sint Maartin. They could also apply this, though, to people on Earth. Perhaps there is some way to prevent muscle loss or muscle diseases where they have a degenerative muscle disease. Who knows? But yeah, they got these mighty mice going. I don't know what the treatment is. Sounds like they did some CRISPR stuff, genetically engineering them. Pretty interesting, and also good news for astronauts and their muscles. Maybe even good news for those swole bodybuilders, like me. Not. More space news. I've been seeing a lot of space news too. NASA's new metallic glass gears can metallic glass, that's in quotes. NASA's new metallic glass gears can withstand impact, freezing temperatures during lunar missions. So these gears are like on the lunar lander, and so when the spacecraft is coming down and lands, the gears are obviously out, and they're taking a lot of shock. They have to absorb a lot of shock as the spacecraft lands after it has been flying through mofunkin' space. Solar systems are cold, and exploration requires hardware that can withstand extreme environments. NASA's bulk metallic glass gears team is developing a material made out of metallic glass that can function in extremely cold environments without heating. Unheated gearboxes will reduce the overall power required for operations in cold environments. Currently, gears need to be heated before they can be used in space. The material has been through rigorous testing to ensure that it will not be damaged by the stressful events that occur during a mission. Gears made from this material could enable operations during the lunar night, on ocean worlds, and in other extremely cold, dark environments. Very interesting how they mention ocean worlds. Maybe we could also apply it to our oceans here, as we forget that we haven't explored much of what's under the water here in Earth, or here on Earth. Is Ariel out there somewhere? Can we find the Little Mermaid and her treasure trove? I don't remember what she called it. What did she call her trove of stuff? I'm not going to remember. I don't know the Little Mermaid that well. Regardless, it's time to move on from rainy Sint Maartin, and very cool to learn about these new gears. I don't really have much to say about it, to be honest. I don't really know what a glass gear is, but we just grabbed a new window. I know what a metal gear is. Snake! That was a game reference if you didn't get it. This window is over in Oregon, USA, in Cornelius, Oregon, USA. It is clearly somebody's backyard. There's a big tree there. There's some flowers. Looks like some dead grass and some dirt as well. Really, this could be anywhere in the world that has greenery and a forest, although I could see this tree being climate or acclimated to Oregon. Also, in front of this window, we can see maybe a bed frame post. Could people be banging on this bed? Who knows? Doesn't look like it's rocking, but we got a bed frame in the front of the window. Let's see here. Next headline says, tech firms face growing resentment toward parent employees during COVID-19. Parent employees being people with children, not parents or employees of a parent company that own them, but actually employees with parents. So some employees who have to look after children while working from home are struggling to make it work. While companies are saying they'll support parents at home with children, not all managers and coworkers agree. Employees are hiding their childcare issues as they are worried that colleagues won't understand, and many believe their career advancement has suffered because they have to juggle both work and kids at home. Non-parenting peers do not have as much flexibility in their work schedules and may feel like more is expected of them. As the pandemic continues, it is clear that things will not return to normal, so work cultures are forced to change. As somebody who doesn't have children, I really can't comment on what it's like to be working with kids, but as somebody who is currently founding multiple companies all at once, and managing the founders, it feels like I have children that have to answer to me or that I have to take care of, so I can kind of relate on that level. With that being said, I can understand how the employees who don't have children and maybe don't have as much time off or can't get breaks would feel a little disadvantaged and like burnt out from working so hard. And this is actually something I suffer with here in Germany, right? In Germany, they take a lot of holidays. There's a lot of free days, Freitag. There's just a lot of time off and a month of vacation required, almost mandatory here with every job. And in America, you get maybe 2 weeks off or a week of paid vacation time per year, and you have to earn more by working like 5+ years at a company. So I have a very hardworking mentality where I don't like taking breaks. I don't even know what taking breaks means. I don't plan vacations. I don't think about vacation. It's just not something that comes naturally to me. And my colleagues here and my bosses are actually encouraging me and almost forcing me to take vacations because it is mandatory. And if I don't, they actually get in trouble with the German government, or can get in trouble with the city and German government. And so to me, it's just like, hey, you know, suck it up, work harder, get more done, be more productive. From my startup mentality, unfortunately, that's what my brain goes to. But I can understand, having lived in Germany and seeing how parents take breaks and how they have parental leave and all this vacation time, that people would get jealous of that in the US especially. I don't know how it's being handled here, but I imagine, or I haven't really heard, that parents are getting accused of being not as helpful to their other colleagues while trying to manage kids. Although I do see on the news in the US, people like reporters and stuff that are live on CNN have had some mishaps with their kids or spouses coming in, and so managing that has got to be stressful. And I've even heard a couple podcasts where their kid came in, and these are podcasts that do like daily shows, where their kids come in and they're like, yeah, the kid's here, and they talk to the kid for a minute and the kid leaves, and they don't edit it out, they leave it in. So I understand the problem here. I don't have a solution. Like I said, I'm of two mentalities here, where one is like, suck it up. You're not a parent, so you have time to work hard, and you've maybe chosen a lifestyle of working hard. Whereas these people with kids, like, you got to take care of them for the first couple of years, and it just is what it is. So you got to be understanding. And I think in the U.S. they're not understanding at all. Like I said, we don't get time off. There's no parental leave. There's no vacations over to the backyard of Oregon. Looks like there's a new window popping up here. Lausanne, Switzerland. This is kind of a boring window. It also looks like we're in jail because there's like a balcony or some bars in front of this window. And then looking out into the other windows, it's just more bars of windows. Looks like maybe somebody, no, that's the plant moving. I thought somebody was cleaning one of the windows or moving around, but no, it's just the very thin part of the tree waving in front of the window. We do see a nice tree. It looks like a sunny day over here in Switzerland. Have some orange chairs out on their balconies. Wonder what happened to that top balcony, or maybe there's not anybody living there, as there is no orange chair there and no table. It's just empty balcony, where the two below it both have the same looking orange chair. So either the person lives on both the top and bottom, or it's a standard thing and nobody is occupying that top one. Who knows? Also in the front of this window, it seems like we have a couch with a blanket on it. That's cool. I hope you enjoyed my play-by-play of that window. Before we grab this headline here, the world's most powerful camera took 3,200 megapixel photos. That's 3,200 megapixel photo. Generally on your phone, I believe nowadays you have a megapixel of about 8 or 12, maybe 16. I think. I have no idea. I think some of these higher end cameras, it's pretty standard to have. Oh, we just got a jogger running by. Nice Swiss teenager having a jog. But I could be totally wrong. I remember we used to have to worry about megapixels way back in the day, like around the Motorola Razr time, but I don't really think about megapixels anymore. I'm sure some people do. The Legacy Survey of Space and Time camera works by... What did I just read? The Legacy Survey of Space and Time camera? Is that like... This has to be a mega camera that's pointed either at space or at Earth or something. The Legacy Survey of Space and Time camera. That's an epic name. Works by converting visible light reflected by objects into electrical signals, but at an enormous scale with a high level of detail. It is designed to collect images of faraway galaxies. So this is a space camera. In a galaxy far, far away, the Legacy Survey of Space and Time camera took a photo. Maybe we can get a picture of a real working lightsaber nowadays. I wonder if it's pointed towards Tatooine or not. In tests to assess the functioning of the sensing array, the LSST camera was able to produce images of 3,200 megapixels. The full LSST camera will be deployed in 2021 next year. 2 of the photos taken by the LSST camera are in the jump here. Click the article from Vice. Let's see one of the photos it takes. I'm going to guess that it's not going to look super impressive on this camera, but we'll find out here. I'm not seeing these pictures, guys. I wanted to show you, but I'm not seeing it. It is photos taken by LSST camera array feature ahead of Romanesco. What is this? Let's see here. I think this is a link. So this is out of Stanford, it seems like, as it just connected me to Stanford EDU. I don't know what I'm actually looking at here, but I mean, I'll show it to you. I'm going to also try to turn off this red filter on my screen, but I don't think I can easily. No, it doesn't look like I can. Okay, so here's the picture. It looks like a bacteria or like a virus of some sort. No idea what that is. The head of Romanesco, which was chosen for the detail of its fractal surface. What is the head of Romanesco? Head of Romanesco. Let's see here. I'm going to Google this real quick. Google's going to correct my spelling. The pointed groups of buds are a cluster of branched meristems arising from a central stem in a spiral arrangement, creating a fractal pattern. The heads can be quite large, up to 5 pounds each. Oh, it's a type of broccoli. And so this camera took a crazy picture of this broccoli. Here's an image of the broccoli. It's green. It looks like a really beautiful piece of broccoli. I mean, the fractal patterns are pretty rad. Well, now I know what that is. A head of Romanesco is broccoli. Let's grab another window here. Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA. This is a cool window. We can't see through the window, but it is a camera of a window, which I guess kind of fits this window swap vibe. We got a big plant in the front, not a succulent. I don't actually know what kind it is. And we got a cat lounging in a wall-mounted cat bed. There's an orange cat. He's clearly napping. He or she is napping. It's got some white fur underneath it for the bed. It looks very comfortable for that cat. He's clearly chilling. He or she is chilling. I wish that we could spend more time on this window, but I think we've reached the end of Window Wandering Wednesday for today. So I hope you enjoyed that content. If you did, if you like hanging out with me, hit that subscribe button. I do this every Wednesday. And actually, I upload a video every single day with different themes. You can, if you follow my channel, you'll see the different themes, I promise. Otherwise, until next time, wander into a cool window. I guess. I love you.